You guys, I went to see Ryan Coogler's new movie called Sinners last night. So if you have not seen it, please keep scrolling because this is going to be a spoiler alert. So after I left the movie theater last night, I feel like I only understood like the surface level as far as the message that the movie was trying to portray. But once I got home and started to like piece together different scenes and different parts, I feel like I only scratched the surface when it came to understanding like the hidden message in the overall movie. So the movie takes place in the 1930s and it stars these two notorious twin brothers named Smoke and Stack that moved back to Mississippi in order to open their own juke joint. It also features their little cousin named Sammy, who's a very, very talented musician. But I feel like overall in the movie, Sammy is really trying to find like his true place in the world or like his true sound. But what I really appreciate from Ryan Coogler is that he really put a twist on like the whole horror vampire type movie genre. So I really love what he did with this one. There were so many symbolic messages in this movie, but I'm going to talk about a few of the parts that basically caught my attention. So one of the parts being at night, of course, they had to fight off the vampires and try to survive until daylight. But once daylight came, they had to deal with the Ku Klux Klan members basically coming back, trying to unalive them and take the property back that they purchased from them. So that's something that I really thought about as far as how many of our ancestors had to go through that as far as purchasing property from someone that didn't have good intentions, of course, and then basically later on down the line having it taken away from them. Another part I want to mention is that when Smoke and Stack went to get all of the supplies in order to open their juke joint, like the food, the decorations, the sign, they ended up going to like this Asian or like this Chinese couple. And of course, they grew up in Mississippi, so they knew exactly who they needed to go to in order to basically start their whole juke joint. But in the beginning, it seemed like them and the Asian couple had like this very close dynamic because, like I said, they grew up with them. But overall, they were the ones, for the wife, Grace, she was the one that ended up letting the vampires into the juke joint, which caused basically all of them to get killed. But I feel like even with that message overall displayed, like they were only aligned with the black community because they profited off of the black community. Then I want to talk about Annie, who played, if I'm not mistaken, Smoke's love interest. And she also played in Lovecraft Country as well, which is one of my all-time favorite shows. But with her role, she was like this whole hoodoo woman who, she tried to protect her family and those around her. And when the vampires ended up coming, she was the only one that knew like exactly what to do. So I feel like even with that overall message, it basically said like listen to black women because we're the ones that carry the knowledge, we carry the intuition, and we carry the protection. Now when it comes to the overall message of the movie, because I really want to get to the point, but I feel like the overall message of the movie was that music is not just a sound. Music is something that